left out is one of the most emotionally triggering feelings because deep down, all of us want the same thing. We want a group of people where we feel included, loved, respected, like we belong somewhere. And because we want that so badly, we start trying to earn it. We become reliable friend, the available friend, the friend who always shows up, the friend who remembers birthdays, the friend who helps everyone, the friend who replies instantly, the friend who is always there. Because somewhere in our minds, we are thinking, if I'm good enough, then maybe they'll include me. If I'm useful enough, they'll choose me. If I give enough, I'll finally belong. And then one day you open Instagram and your friends are at a cafe together without you. Or everybody is taking a group photo and somehow you're the one holding the camera again. Or everybody seems to have these inside jokes and memories that you were never a part of. And suddenly all of that effort feels worthless. But the worst part isn't even what they did. The worst part is what happens next. Because we immediately start making excuses for them, for their behavior, for something that they did. Maybe they knew I was busy. Maybe they thought I wouldn't want to come. Maybe it was a last minute decision. And sometimes those things are true. But be honest, were you really going to say no? Or are you trying to make their rejection hurt less? Because the truth is, it hurts. Simple. It hurts when you're always the one being left out. It hurts when you're always the extra person. It hurts when you start feeling like no matter what you do, you'll never be part of their group. And for a long time, I believed that feeling. I thought maybe I just didn't belong anywhere. Maybe there was something wrong with me. Maybe I just wasn't enough. But then I asked myself something. Do I really not belong anywhere? Or do I just not belong with them? Because those are two very different questions. Real friends don't only remember you when they need notes, or favors, or emotional support. Real friends make space for you. They think about you when you're not even in the room. They make you feel wanted, not tolerated. And maybe the reason you're hurting is not because you don't belong. Maybe it's because you're trying so hard to belong somewhere that was never meant for you. The answer isn't trying harder. The answer isn't becoming smaller. The answer isn't proving your worth for the 100th time. The answer is finding people who don't require proof in the first place. Because the solution to being left out is not losing yourself more, is not overgiving, is not people pleasing. It's finding yourself. And once you find yourself, you stop asking, why don't they include me? And you start asking, why am I trying so hard to stay where I'm clearly not valued? Because trust me, a place where there's no respect for you, you will never be valued. No matter how much you give, no matter how much sacrifices you make for them, no matter how much of a good friend you really are, if they don't respect you, then they just don't respect you. And you don't have to prove your worth. You don't have to prove to them why you should be respected. Because when you're staying somewhere where you're not respected, you're clearly giving the signal that, look, even I don't respect myself, and the way that you're treating me is fine. But really ask yourself, is it really fine? Is it really fine for them to treat you like that? I mean, isn't it frustrating? Isn't it degrading to try to fit in somewhere where you're not even respected, where people don't even think about you? Respect is something that's not begged, right? If I'm in a group of people, if I'm with a group of people, right, where they clearly don't respect me, they don't want to include me, they are only tolerating me, no matter how much I'm gonna give for them in that friendship, in that relationship, no matter how much sacrifices I'm gonna make, nothing's gonna make sense. Everything would be pointless if you think about it. Everything would be pointless because if they don't respect me, then they don't respect me. That's the thing. The thing which made me realize how bad the treatment was when I realized that I was the only one who was not called for group hangout. Like they went to this beautiful cafe together and they didn't even bother asking me. They didn't even bother calling me. They didn't even bother to even tell me that they all are planning to go together. And I was with those guys for 2 years, and imagine 2 years you be with those people, right? 2 years you think of them as your homie, as someone whom you can trust, and then later on you're not even called while everyone is hanging out together is actually embarrassing, is actually humiliating. for me. It was humiliating for me. And they didn't even bother to even try to hide the fact that they didn't even call me, because they knew that what would I do? That was their reaction. They were like, if we go together, and even if even if we tell her that we went to that cafe without her, what would she do? And you know what she did? She valued her self-respect over that 2 years of connection, over that 2 years of friendship. She valued her own dignity, and she stopped contact. She stopped being in contact with those people, because she finally woke up, and she decided that, you know what, the place where I'm not respected, the place where I'm not even included, even after, like, imagine we were friends for 2 years, two years, and there was this girl, and with that girl I was friends with more than 10 years. Imagine the amount of humiliation, imagine the amount of embarrassment. And even though it was really hard for me to let go of them, because I genuinely felt as if they were my true friend, I genuinely trusted them. But I decided that, you know what, my self-respect, my dignity is way more important than being with these people who didn't even bother to tell me that they were planning. Because this is not how friend groups work. This is not how friendship works. I mean, if you're in a group and people, they want to go somewhere, you call each and every member of that group, and you tell each and every member of that group that, okay, we are planning to do this thing. Are you ready? Are you willing to come? Obviously, if they say yes or if they say no, that's up to them. But you need to ask. That's the thing. They need to ask. And if they are not even asking you, then honey, I don't know why you're being with them. That's the thing. It gonna hurt a lot. It hurted me a lot. Because that's the thing, right? When we are giving so much in a friendship, in a relationship, and we realize that this person for whom we are giving so much, they are not even valuing us, it feels bad. It feels as if you're the one who did something wrong. So that is what I need to tell you, people, and that is, if you're not included, that's not your fault, right? You don't need to adjust, you don't need to sacrifice, you don't need to be people pleaser, you don't need to overgive for them to include you. Because true people who genuinely want to be with you, people who genuinely value the bond that you have with them, that the bond that they have with you, they they would respect you. Because look, a relationship cannot work, no matter whatever that relationship is. If there is no respect, then that relationship cannot work. Period. I mean, for example, right, if we are in a friend circle, or let's just say you're my friend, right? If I don't respect you, if I don't value you, right? If I treat you as if you're replaceable, you think about it, and you tell me, you comment down that how long will that friendship last? How long will that friendship last? I don't respect you, right? I don't care about your dignity. I humiliate you. I embarrass you, right? I only contact you when I only want favors, when I want your help. You tell me, how long will that friendship last? So, always value your self-respect. Always value your dignity over people, or like over connections in general. Because if the moment you lose your self-respect is the moment you give them the power to treat you like you're worthless. And that's the thing, right? In respect and communication is most important in whatever relationship you are, right? If there's no respect, if there's no communication, then how will that relationship last? That's the thing. The foundation of a relationship is respect, trust, and communication, and loyalty. So think about it. I mean, and I think there's no proper solution as to why people exclude you. It can be a lot of reasons, right? Maybe they are jealous of you. Maybe they don't think of you someone they could trust, right? Maybe they don't respect you, right? Or maybe they just don't want to. That's the thing. Maybe they just don't want to. And you know what? It's okay. It's fine, right? No one is forcing you to stay somewhere where you're not respected. They don't want to respect you. That's their decision. They don't want to include you. That's their decision. You cannot force anyone to include you. You cannot force anyone to respect you. So, you decide where you want to stay. Do you want to stay with these people who doesn't even respect you, who doesn't even care, who doesn't even bother to tell you about this plan that they made, right? Where you are the only one who remembers everyone's birthdays, but the moment it's your birthday, no one remembers. Do you want to be with those people, or do you want to be with the people who respect you, who include you, where you make efforts and they make efforts for you in return? You decide where you want to live. So that is it for today's video, and let me know what you think about this one. And if you have any other topic that I should make a video on, let me know in the comments. And what do you think about yeah, and do let me know the answer to my question. The question was, if I don't respect you, if I degrade you, if I humiliate you, if I only approach you when I need your help, how long will our relationship last? Let me know what you think about this one, and we'll meet in the next one. Till then, bye bye.